Hello everybody, it's Oak Tree Tarot Reader here and welcome to my pick a card video. So before we get started, I would like to give you a little message of my own, which is, are you confused about an area in your life? Are you confused about the direction your career is taking? Maybe you're suffering from the pangs of long distance love or even a lack of love. Whatever your problem is, whatever your issue that you need guidance in, it does not matter. Contact me at oaktreetarotreader@gmail.com with your problem and I will tailor make a reading just for you. All the information is in the description box, but if you have any inquiries, then just please don't hesitate to send me that email and I will get right back to you. Yes, I'm still locked down. I've still got plenty of spare time to do lots of readings for people. I've already completed and sent off quite a few, so thank you for those of you that booked readings with me, and I hope they've helped you. But I have slots, so if you do want to get a private reading with me, then just send me an email and I'll help you with whatever your issue is. There's a lot of turmoil going on in the world at the moment, and there's something I can do about it. So I can certainly help you, and just contact me. I'm quite pleasant. So I felt an important question, bearing in mind that I was just saying that messages, is that what message do you need to hear right now at the moment of you watching this video, whenever that is? It's a timeless reading. You need to hear something. It could be about your life, about a relationship, about a situation, an event, whatever. You're going to have to adapt what the reading is to your particular situation. It will resonate in some way according to your specific life. So bear that in mind, that it is a general reading and you're just going to have to do a bit of your own intuitive interpretation on the message. I've set out 4 readings. We've got the snake, number 1. Number 2 are the flowers. Number 3 are the letters. And number 4 is the tree. I'll put the timestamps in the usual places. So what I want you to do is close your eyes, take a few deep breaths, relax. And when you feel ready, make your choice. Don't overthink it. Don't doubt yourself. Trust your intuition. If you want a bit more time to do that, then please press pause. And when you've made your decision, click on the timestamp provided and I will see you at your reading. Okie dokie then, those of you that chose number 1, the snake, this is your reading. So what is the message that you need to hear? Broadly, it's time for you to do something you're very passionate about. This might be a job, this might be an opportunity, it might be a person, it might be a new way of living, maybe there's something that you're really excited about. Whatever it is, the message is that, well, it's not going to go away for a start, but it's time for you to go out on an adventure and take this opportunity. I feel that some of you are quite unsure about it, uncertain about it, that you're sort of, is this real? Is it worth the effort that I'm going to invest in it? Is it possible? You know, is it just a fantasy? I think it's something you're going to have to do on your own, or at least largely on your own. This is a solo project for some of you, or it's something that's going to make you feel independent and self-sufficient through the process of doing it, and possibly the end product is your self-sufficiency. It's something you're going to have a lot of confidence over, and it's time for you to do it. I feel actually it's leading you in the time to shine. It's in relation to something that to do with your friends or family. This is a personal relationship. This is about what the message is about, these 3 cards, the tea tree cards. And we've got discord among friends or family. We've got a period of prosperity and abundance, and sorrow over a loss. Something's finished, ended, you probably didn't want it to, but it is offering you abundance through the completion of something, even though it's costing you perhaps personally. So it's sort of, friends, family might not be very happy about this ending or this decision you've made to go along on your own path, to follow your own truth, to seek out your own truth. But it's leading you to prosperity and abundance. You might be experiencing that prosperity and abundance right at this moment, or you're going to come into it as you go along this path. You're diverging from what you've done before and perhaps what you've been expected to do before into something that's more in line with your true life purpose or your true desires, your true ambitions. It's like before you've done things for other people and for what served them. But now it's something that you really want to do on your own. You might have found that actually things have happened around you that you can't control. You might have tried, but that you can't control them, and it's all in order to create this situation. You know, it's time now for you to go off and do your thing. That maybe some of you should have done it a while ago, but it doesn't mean that you've been obliged to serve others. It's just perhaps you've voluntarily chosen to do that. But now it's saying, okay, you've done that, but actually you're not meant to. You're meant to do something else. That was valuable experience. Now you're going to be moving on to something better. And I do think it is better, because I think the message is you have a purpose. I think there's something going on that's sort of come into your life, whether it's a new idea, whether it's, as I say, a new opportunity or a person, and it's really captured you. And it's given you a sense of purpose. It's given you a sense of direction, that it has an end goal. And you're really excited by it. It really, really nourishes you and excites you. You know, if this is a love relationship, it's one that you're sexually attracted to this person, and they are something for you to focus on, but it could be something creative as well. It doesn't have to be romantic. But I have done what's the message you need to hear about your love life specifically here, and we've got heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other, which is always important in a relationship, and romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. So if you're single and this is to do with the person that you're now attracted to, it's now time to talk to them. You know, it's time to communicate with them and explore what you're feeling. You know, and this might be where maybe this is a sort of person that you feel wouldn't fit in with your friendship group or your family. Maybe they're a bit different to you. And I feel that the sorrow of loss, if it's connected to a love relationship, is that maybe this is the acceptance that a previous relationship is really over because you're now attracted to someone new. This, I don't think it feels like a rebound. This feels like there's a real attraction here. But it's to be explored. However annoyed the people in your life get over this situation, the message is to carry on, to go along on your own path and to be independent with this. They're all independent ladies, whoever you are, whether you're a lady or a gentleman, it doesn't matter. They're going off on their own adventures and seeking their own truth, even if they feel uncertain about it. And that's what you have to do. Even though you feel uncertain, you do have a sort of wisdom and knowledge and a self-sufficiency. Even if you're in doubt of that, you do have those abilities, and you are heading towards abundance. So if you're struggling at the moment, take heart and keep your mind and your heart positive. Keep yourself in good energy and not to despair, because prosperity is coming. It's just you need to go for what you want. I really do feel that it's like you want something, or you've got an idea about something new, and you're hesitant, but the message is don't hesitate. You've got a different path to go than the one that you were expecting, I feel, those of you that chose number 1. And you're to embrace it because it's going to give you a purpose. It's going to give you something that you need, and it's going to give you the opportunity to explore your romantic feelings and to have good in-depth conversations with someone, or more generally, if this isn't a love reading for you. Because I'm drawn to this, that you haven't necessarily fully explored what you want, and the message is it's your time now to do that. Even if it upsets other people, you have to do your thing. That's it. And that's probably where the sorrow comes in that you might lose a few people. And I don't mean in a nasty, spiteful way. You know, a few people might be saying, oh, I'm not going to watch you make a mess of this or fail. I can't watch this car crash. They're doing it out of love. They're not doing it out of spite or bitterness. They're not doing it because they don't believe you. I suppose in a sense there's that truth. But it's that they love you and they don't want you to be hurt, and all they can see are the pitfalls and not the successes. But you must keep success in mind because it's on offer for you. You've got the abundance and you've got the 9 of Pentacles, which is self-sufficiency, success, independence, and abundance. So I don't want you to feel bad. This is a good reading. The message is go your own way with this thing that's really exciting you and giving you a sense of purpose, because it's, I feel, meant for you at this time. So those of you that chose number 1, the snake, I hope that's helped you. Good luck with whatever this is. Always take your steps carefully. Don't burn any bridges that you might need to cross in the future. And just take very good care of yourself. Yeah, good for you. If you want a private reading, you can get one. Just send me an email at oaktreetarotreader@gmail.com. Otherwise, I will leave you with your reading and say goodbye. Okay, then those of you that chose the flowers, number 2s, what is your message? Well, you've got a really lovely one. Change. This is not similar to number 1 because I don't like it when tarot readers say, maybe you'd like to look at number 1. I don't. You chose number 2 for a reason. This is your message. But there's a similarity here that strikes me in that it's saying it's time for newness. It's time for change. You've got rebirth, which is the Judgment card. You're coming to a new phase in your life. You've finished the old cycle. It's now time for the new one. It's to look for abundance. Now, the Queen of Pentacles for me is always homely abundance. The Queen of Pentacles is the homebody. She nurtures her home and the security in her life. She can be a working mom or working dad, but she's very much focused. She goes out to work to support the family in the home. You know, she can have a superb career that she enjoys, but it comes second to home and family life. For me, this is what this card resonates. And I think that for you, the message is that you're going to have a period in your life where your focus is on family and home. And if you don't have them, it's that you will now be open to meeting new people. You know, if you've sort of been resistant before, maybe you're quite young and you've not been ready to settle down for family, you're going to be entering a new phase where you're thinking about your stability, your emotional, psychological, and physical security. You're going to be looking to establish a home with someone, and it might take you a few years before you're at the phase where you've met someone, getting married to them, buying a house, maybe thinking about kids. That's fine. The point is that you're now entering the phase where you, I believe, want to acquire that and to now work towards it. Sorry, I judged the tripod. I think a lot of you are going to pursue this quite virulently. I've got a feeling that for some of you, you're sort of thinking and coming into this energy, and you're going to pretty quickly meet someone. And I think for a lot of you, the message is they're coming. You're going to meet them. Set of circumstances are going to come in that you're going to meet someone and you're going to think, yeah, I am ready now to settle down with this person, which is probably why you're only meeting them now in the near future, because you're finally at a point where you can make a go of it. And I think it's going on an adventure, because this is a different life to what a lot of you have led, I suspect. Hence the rebirth. And you're going to really work at it with this person. It's really working not as a solo artist, you're working as part of a band. It's about being willing to work with someone else in order to achieve the success that the Queen of Pentacles promises. It's very secure energy. I always really like it when the Queen of Pentacles is in a reading, because it sort of guarantees that you'll be taken care of. She knows how to deal with things, to, clean up the scraped knee, put a plaster on it, kiss it better, and send you off with some pop and a sandwich, or some pop and some chocolate. So it's a very secure, nourishing energy that you're going into. That's the message. This person's going to come into your life, or you're going to develop into her. And there's just no hesitation. It's going off on an adventure for you, and you're going to achieve it. These three tea tree cards represent what the message is in relation to, and it's guaranteed. It's success, guaranteed success. You feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals. Persevere and you will overcome problems. I think for some of you, you've struggled with your love life. You might have had a lot of relationships that have failed, or a lot of relationships that have turned out to be with unsuitable people, no matter how carefully you chose them. But what it's saying is now that your luck's changing, that now new love is coming in, and yes, this is your soulmate. For those of you that don't particularly believe in soulmates or twin flames, it just tells you that this person's incredibly compatible with you. You can really create a whole new life, and for those of you that want it, the love of your life, this could be the person you marry and settle down with and have children with, should you want any of those things. Because I think that you feel that love is lacking, because I don't feel that this isn't a money reading, this is a love reading. It's so dominated by these two cards that I think that it's saying to you, it's gone, excuse me, it's gone wrong in the past, but you've persevered, you're overcoming your problems, and now you're guaranteed success. So if you've been dating, if you've been trying to meet the right person, if you've been going out to the sort of places where you would meet a compatible person, or where you would, or you've been on dating apps and, dating sites and doing all the things where you're really trying to get out and meet a suitable person, you're going to start sort of go, yeah, and meet the right person. And you've got abundance coming. And I feel it can be financial abundance, but I feel that this is emotional abundance of positivity and happiness, because you're finally turning a corner in your love life. I do feel this is a love reading. And if you're like, no, I want a message about my career, okay, let's adapt it to that it's the perfect career that you've been working hard to attain and that you've been working to achieve. And now you're finally getting it, and it will pay what you need it to. You will be financially abundant. But I think this is mainly a love reading. But what you're banishing away is all the rubbish, all the failures, all the sense of lack. You're feeling positive that you have all you need, and that by meeting this person that you're achieving the dream, that you're getting the guaranteed success. There's a really good opportunity with this person. There's a real possibility that this person is for keeps. And you just got to banish all the negativity and all the feeling of, don't cling on to the past, don't cling on to things that don't serve you anymore. Situations, attitudes, mental cycles that you can be trapped in, even negative people. Let them go, let it all go, because you want the good stuff. And it's coming to you. There's a lot of emotional security coming towards you. And a rebirth, this is so important. It's a judgment card. You're being reborn. You're getting an opportunity to start your life anew. There's before and then there's after. And the message, I think, is telling you that about new. So you might have met someone new and you've got really good vibes about them, in which case the message is, yeah, trust your instincts. But you must persevere with this desire for love, desire for commitment, desire for the right person, and work at it and work with others. And I think that if you work with this new person that you meet, all good things will come, including all of the abundance. So it's a really simple message for you. I wish it could be more in depth, but it's just straight up. I think for some of you, you're going to meet somebody really quickly, or as quickly as can be in the times that we're currently living in. If this is a timeless reading, so if this is an old video, ignore just that bit. But this person's coming in quickly. And I think it's because you're deciding quickly that you're ready for them. And that's it. You want security. And you should aspire for it. So if you're feeling not quite ready, you should aspire for the security that the Queen of Pentacles offers for you. But that's the message that you need to hear. So I hope you enjoyed it. Those of you that chose number 2, please take very good care of yourself. Excuse me. If you want a private reading, then please send me an email, oaktreetarotreader@gmail.com. Otherwise, I'll leave you with it. Take very good care of yourself, and goodbye. Okie dokie then. So those that chose the letter number 3s, this is your reading. What message do you need to hear? Well, you need to start a new journey, a new way of doing things, a new beginning, a new adventure. Hold no fear of the future and what could happen concerning your subconscious, your dream world, your unspoken desires. These are the things that we have deep within us that only come out when we dream. They're the dream world that we inhabit. It could be your daydreams. It could be the things that you secretly want but are afraid to howl out at the moon to. It's very much your inner secret world, and you need to do something different with that world. It could be a deeply held secret, doesn't have to be, but it's something that's so locked within you that it doesn't really get the opportunity to come to the surface. But you've got a new opportunity now with that. So if you're a creator and you've got lots of things going on in your subconscious that you don't really write about them, you don't sing about them, paint these ideas, it's time now for you to change that and allow these secret desires to come to be voiced, quite simply. And then success will follow. You've got the 6 of Wands. It's the success card. It's the victory card. It's the marching through and having the crowds cheer you. Success is yours. You've just got to speak about them, desire them, vocalize them, come out and say, I want them. Because I don't think a lot of you are doing that. And it's important now that you do in order to get the success you deserve. I think that this is probably to do with a relationship, because we've got disappointment in a friend or lover. You should accept valid criticism, successfully overcoming a problem. So this is a personal relationship where things haven't necessarily been going the way that you would like them to, and you perhaps have been criticised for that, or the relationship has been criticised by other people, looking, from the outside looking in, saying, this isn't good, you're disappointed in your relationship, you're not having your desires fulfilled. Maybe, you need to do something about it. You can successfully overcome this problem, because for a lot of you, this is the romance of a lifetime. This is your romance. This is your love affair. You might have others, you might have had others before, have others in the future, but this will be the one for a lot of you. So it's not one to throw away lightly. It's not one to end lightly. Obviously, I'm not talking about a supremely toxic relationship that you should be getting out of, immediately. This is it's a good relationship. It's perhaps going through a bad patch. There's just a disappointment here that, you're struggling with. But the success is yours, and I think it's to do with vocalizing what your desires are. Because the situation is calling for you to have faith. It's calling for you to, accept that this is, excuse me, that this is a situation where it can be repairable. There's criticism to be levied here, either on you or the way that the relationship has gone, but that, the criticism is valid. You have to take that on the chin. You have to accept it, and you have to be honest with yourself and look at this criticism and think, well, have I been the bad guy here? Have I been the one that's not helped things along? Am I the one that sort of made things difficult? And if that is a situation, you have to really be honest with yourself and look at it, because success is there. And in a way, it's you that's holding yourself back from success, and you deserve better than that. And so I suspect as your lover. These cards are telling me that you have the power that you need to be a success. And I'm drawn to the fact that there's a gingerbread man and a gingerbread woman. They're a couple. They're together as a couple. And they, and I think for a lot of you, it represents the power that you have as a couple to stay together, to find a new way forward. We have the dog is trying to get the attention of the fool who's about to walk off the cliff. Oh, don't do that. Where are we going? What's going on? But we've also got two wolves howling at the moon. I think there's a mutual, in a sense, dissatisfaction for some of you in what's going on in the relationship, that you can both have a conversation on this and be able to move forward with the disappointment and move forward to overcoming the problem. You can successfully overcome this problem because you have the power to do it. And it's telling you to relax and breathe, to not get yourself so stressed out about this situation. So if you are panicked, if you are anxious, if you're thinking about it all the time, if you're struggling to sleep, it won't leave you, you can't let it go. Breathe, take a deep breath, clear the airways, vocalize, talk about it. Let it go, in a sense, as the great song says, because success is here and you're just blocking yourself. You have to accept some sort of criticism, I feel. And I think a lot of you don't want that criticism, which I understand, because I don't like it when I'm wrong either. But there's something here. You need to trust in the situation. You need to, I want to say for a lot of you, you need to not let this go. It's the love of a lifetime. So whether this is a long-term relationship or a brand new relationship, going through its sort of teething problems, whatever that is, doesn't matter. You can do it. I think that's basically the message, is you can do it. You can overcome this. You can have your success. It's just a learning curve. And the secret of it is to talk. To them, to someone else, whoever. But it's going to be all right. And that's the message you need to hear. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you want a private reading on this situation or something else, then send me an email at oaktreetarotreader@gmail.com. Otherwise, I will leave you with the reading. Please take very good care of yourself. Thank you for listening to me, and goodbye. Okay then, last but not least, number 4's the trees. What's the message you need to hear? So I want to reassure you that this is a timeless reading, but that I am recording it in the time of coronavirus. The world is currently in lockdown. I'm in fact recording it on St. George's Day. So yeah, happy St. George's Day, fellow English people. I can't remember if I said that in the introduction or not, but so I feel that this is resonant for a lot of people who are going to watch it quite soon after me posting the video. But just be reassured that whatever I talk about is timeless. So if you are watching this quite at some point in the future, it doesn't matter. It's still very relevant for you, because I think what the message is that some of you are in absolute despair. You do not know which way to turn. You are beside yourself. You can't see the wood for the trees. All you can see are problems. You're crying. You're dispirited. You don't know what to do. You have no positivity or hope for the future. You're in the Eight of Swords situation. The message is, calm down. It's not as bad as you fear. You're building this up inside yourself and making a mountain out of a molehill. You're building it up and building it up. You're giving the negativity in your life immense power by feeding it all the time. The message for you is to take control. Is to get control over yourself and over your life as much as you can. I know you probably have limitations, but you need to stop, because you need to move on to a new way of thinking. It's time to let the old go. Whatever's gone has gone. Whatever's on pause is paused, but you can still keep moving. You can still enjoy yourself and feel relaxed and enjoy what you can do while you can do it, because the good times are returning or coming for you for the first time. The good is coming. These three cards represent what the message is about, and it's a temporary situation. It's about a great worry over nothing, and it's a new job career. So if you're one of the poor souls that's completely lost their job, or look likely to maybe permanently, you might have just been laid off whilst this is going on, but now you're finding out that you're just not going to keep your job even when the lockdown ends. You're going to get a new job. Don't be frightened. You will get a new job and you will get employment. And I think that you're not enjoying not being at work, and you're not enjoying the financial stresses that you're undergoing at the moment, if you are undergoing those. But it's just, don't stress about it. Everything's going to be fine. You're going to make the effort, and you're going to find the job very soon, or you're going to find a new source of income. I'm going to extend that to some of you, where you can earn money outside of a formal career, where you can sort of be your own boss in a way, and you can have this new career. So make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps that you're guided to take. This can be in relation to your love life. So the message is to make sure you don't neglect your love life, whether you're single or in a relationship. Keep that connection going and keep that investment going. If you're not interested in love at all, the make the effort is about your career. Make the effort. Brush up your CV, or whatever you call it in your area of the world, that your resume, your list of jobs that you've done, and your redeeming qualities and all the rest of it. And to make the effort in making sure you're sure that you are very, very employable, and do something. So if people come and say to you, well, what have you done when you couldn't do any work because of coronavirus, or you couldn't do any work because you were not very well, or you couldn't do any work because the economy was not very good where you are, and you can say, well, I did this. I'd always wanted to do a podcast. I could do it for free, so I made my own podcast. Here it is. You can find it. Well, I always wanted to learn how to do this particular skill, or I always wanted to study this particular subject at school and I never could. So I found an online course that was very cheap or free, and I've got this certificate where I spent, 6 weeks learning a language. Make the effort for yourself and invest in yourself in order to attract the love and the positivity, attract the sun. There's a lot that you have to be positive for, and I think you're not paying attention to that. I think what you're paying attention to are the things that you don't have, that you can't access, and that you can't get for yourself. You're just focusing on your wants, not what you have, and you need to turn that around. You need to move to a new way of thinking. Because it's just not good for you. It's not good for you. I think a lot of you are in real trauma and pain. and real confusion, and that's sort of blocking all the goodness away from you because you can't see it. It's not that the opportunities aren't there, they are there, you're just blind to them because you've got the blindfold on. So you've got to get your power back, because this is a temporary situation and you're worrying over nothing. And I think a lot of you have got a decision to make about what you want the future to be. And it's saying clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. So I think if you look and say, well, my old job's gone, what would I like my new job to be? Or who would I like to meet? What would I like my love affair to be like? Or what would I like our next meeting to be? That kind of thing. And sort of putting in place a sort of wish list of what you aspire to, and sort of thinking, well, how can I make that happen? How can I make it really easy for these wonderful things to come to me? By, if you want a particular career, look and say, well, I'm going to learn how to do that. I'm going to look up, as I say, online courses, or maybe university, college courses, something like that. You've got to make the effort. And I think if it's in your love life, your rewards will come very quickly once you make that effort. Because the sun is there waiting for you to come along, so you can be the kid naked sitting on a horse with a harp. And who wouldn't want that? I'm really pleased to give this reading to you, because it's just saying, don't panic, it's not as bad as you think. And it's just temporary. It's just a temporary thing. So wipe away the tears. Start to feel positive. Look on the things that you do have that you can achieve, and set targets for yourself that are achievable, that you can succeed at, so that you look back and say, I did it. I said I was going to do that within a week and I did it. Something with deadlines. Yeah. But you've got to get out of this. And get onto this. You have the power to do that. You're your own boss. You're in charge of your own life. Even if you feel helpless, you have more power than you think. And you've got to get your inner power. Your inner emperor, it's the boss card. And there's new opportunities, and it's about thinking differently. So make the effort. So I'm going to leave that there with you, because that's quite a clear message from my perspective. I hope you enjoyed it. Please take very good care of yourself. If you do want a private reading with me on anything in your life, this included, then send me an email at oaktreetarotreader@gmail.com. Otherwise, thank you very much for listening to me, and goodbye.